You've no doubt used Selection Edit mode in DaVinci Resolve to cut and delete clips, move them around the timeline, and adjust their length. It's the default editing mode. But there's also Trim Edit mode. Trim Edit mode makes precision editing easy. Multiple clips or edit points can be adjusted at once, and unlike Selection mode, changes you make ripple the timeline, taking the drudgery out of editing. It's well worth learning to use it. You'll be rewarded with greatly enhanced editing skills. To enter Trim Edit mode, press T or click its button on the timeline toolbar. The Trim Mode toolbar button turns red. To enter Selection mode, press A or click its button on the timeline toolbar. Let's go through the different trim mode operations. The slip edit keeps a clip in place while changing the range of frames that appear within it. A white rectangle appears on either side of the clip, showing the range of frames available. Let's use a slip edit to refine the cut between the first two clips on the timeline. Press T to enter trim mode. The mouse pointer is replaced by the trim symbol. To do a slip edit, grab the clip in the middle and click-drag with the mouse to the left or right. The pointer is replaced with the slip symbol. Notice that the display in the timeline viewer has changed into a 4-up display. In the top left, the first frame of the clip being slipped appears. Underneath it, the last frame of the previous clip is shown. The top right shows the last frame of the clip being slipped, and underneath it, the first frame of the next clip in the timeline. You can toggle the 4-up display off by holding down the Shift key while slipping the clip. To turn it off completely, choose Enable Multi-View Edit Preview from the View menu. Keeping your eye on the viewer while slipping the clip will help you make a refined edit. To review your edit, press the / key. To quickly review it again, press the space bar to stop playback, and press / again. If you prefer, the playback can be looped. Press Command / Control / in Windows, or click the loop button underneath the timeline viewer to toggle looped playback on and off. The button turns red to indicate looped playback is on. Now click the edit point to select it and press / to start looped playback. While it's playing back, you can continue to adjust the edit. Each time you make a change, the playhead automatically loops back so you can review the edit. Press the space bar to stop playback. By default, the playback starts 2 seconds before the edit point and ends 2 seconds after it. You can change this by selecting Preferences from the DaVinci Resolve menu, clicking on the User tab, and then selecting Editing on the left. Set pre-roll and post-roll time to suit your preference. The keyboard can be used for precision editing. First, make sure the clip is selected by clicking on it with the mouse, or with the playhead over the clip, press Shift-V. Pressing the comma key slips the clip 1 frame to the left, and pressing the period key slips it 1 frame to the right. The 4-up display appears as when using the mouse. Holding down the Shift key while pressing comma or period slips the clip by 5 frames instead of 1. Bear in mind that slipping a clip will not slip an audio clip unless it's linked to the video clip. This can cause video and audio clips to go out of sync. To overcome this, hold down Command or Control in Windows and select the video and audio clips. Now when you slip the video clip, all selected clips will be slipped as well. You can use this technique to slip multiple video clips at once. Audio clips can also be slipped. A slide edit slides a clip to the left or right, changing its position in the timeline. The range of frames within the clip do not change, but the out point of the previous clip and in point of the next clip in the timeline do change. Enter trim mode by pressing T. To perform a slide edit, grab the clip's name bar with the mouse and slide the clip to either side. The mouse pointer changes to the slide symbol. The timeline viewer changes to a 4-up display. The top left and right show the first and last frame of the clip being slid. The bottom left shows the last frame of the outgoing clip, and the bottom right shows the first frame of the incoming clip. These will update to show the new last and first frames as you slide the clip. Pressing the comma key will slide the clip 1 frame to the left, and pressing period will slide it 1 frame to the right. Pressing Shift comma will slide it 5 frames to the left, and Shift period will slide it 5 frames to the right. You can toggle between slide and slip mode by pressing S. Be mindful of clips on other tracks to avoid syncing issues. To slide multiple clips at once, hold down Command or Control in Windows and select the clips. Now you can slide them as one. A roll edit can be done in both selection and trim edit modes. It allows you to change the position of an edit point. To perform a roll edit, first select an edit point by clicking on it with the mouse. The mouse pointer is replaced by the roll symbol. Drag the edit point to the left or right. The timeline viewer is replaced by a 2-up display. On the left, the last frame of the outgoing clip is displayed, and on the right, the first frame of the incoming clip appears. Pressing the comma key will nudge the edit point to the left by 1 frame, and pressing period will nudge it 1 frame to the right. Holding down Shift while pressing comma or period will nudge it 5 frames to the left or right, respectively. Ripple edits ripple throughout the timeline, moving all other clips to the left or right. They're thus very useful for trimming operations that change the length of the timeline, such as resizing gaps and changing the length of clips. Press T to enter trim mode. To ripple an edit point to make a clip shorter or longer, click on an edit point to select it. Press U to select either the incoming or outgoing part of the edit point. The left side is the outgoing part, and the right side is the incoming part. Position the mouse just to the side of the selected part of the edit point to change the pointer to the ripple symbol. Click-drag with the mouse to lengthen or shorten the clip. The timeline viewer is replaced by a 2-up display. On the left, the last frame of the previous clip is displayed, and on the right, the first frame of the next clip is shown. Notice that all other clips in the timeline with endpoints to the right of the selected edit point move in unison, or, in other words, are rippled. This is an important rule to understand. Only clips with endpoints to the right of the selected edit point are rippled. To prevent clips on a track from being rippled, turn off the track's auto-select control. To shorten or lengthen a gap in the timeline, select an edit point on either side of the gap. Press U to select the incoming or outgoing side of the edit point. Again, position the mouse right next to the edit point on the selected side so that the pointer changes to the ripple symbol. Now click-drag to change the length of the gap. Again, only clips with endpoints to the right of the selected edit point are rippled. To change the length of multiple clips at once by the same amount, drag a bounding box to select all the clips. Press U to select the outgoing or incoming side of each selected edit point. Place the mouse right next to an edit point on the selected side so the pointer changes to the ripple symbol. Now click-drag to change the length of the selected clips by the same amount. As with the other trim mode edits, you can press comma or period to shorten or lengthen by 1 frame, and shift comma or shift period to shorten or lengthen by 5 frames. Notice that only clips with endpoints to the right of the leftmost selected edit point move along with the changes. Ripple functions can potentially move large parts of the timeline, which can cause syncing issues with the soundtrack, so be very careful of this. A ripple delete can be done in either selection or trim edit mode. Select a clip or empty gap in the timeline to be deleted. To select multiple clips, hold down the Command key or Control key in Windows while selecting the clips. Press Shift-Delete. All clips to the right of the endpoint of the leftmost selected clip are rippled. When deleting an empty space, all clips to the right of the endpoint of the next clip in the timeline are rippled. Split edits, also known as J and L cuts, can be done in either selection or trim mode. To do a J cut so the audio of a clip precedes its video, select an edit point. Press Option U, Alt U in Windows to toggle the selection to the audio clip only. Roll the edit point with the mouse to the left. You can also press the comma and period keys to move the edit point to the left or right 1 frame at a time, or press Shift comma or Shift period to move it by 5 frames. Alternatively, you can place the playhead where you'd like the audio clip to cut in, and then press E to extend the audio clip to the playhead position. If need be, you can use an audio transition from the effects library to smooth out the change in audio. To do an L cut so the video of a clip precedes its audio, select an edit point. Press Option U, Alt U in Windows to toggle the selection to the video clip only. Roll the edit point to the left with the mouse, or press comma or Shift comma to do the same. As with the J cut, you can instead place the playhead where you'd like the video to cut in, and press E to extend the video clip to the playhead position. V selects the edit point nearest the playhead and positions the playhead over it. Up arrow moves the playhead and edit point selection, if present, to the previous edit point. Down arrow moves the playhead and edit point selection, if present, to the next edit point. J, K, and L keys can be used to navigate the timeline. To play backwards, press J. To stop playback, press K. To play forwards, press L. To increase playback speed after pressing J or L, press J or L again. Each time you press the key, speed will increase. Holding down K while pressing J or L will play back slowly backwards or forwards, respectively. Tapping J or L while holding down K will nudge the playhead backwards or forwards by a single frame. Left and right arrow keys will also nudge the playhead backwards or forwards by 1 frame. Shift left arrow and shift right arrow will move the playhead by 1-second increments. And that's a comprehensive overview of Trim Edit Mode. I hope you found it useful. Thank you for watching.